Hello ladies and gentlemen and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I am your host, Brett Murphy, and for today's video it is going to be another movie review. And I am going to be reviewing Uncharted. So Uncharted is the new movie based on the ever so popular video game franchise of the same name. It's being directed by Ruben Fleischer, most popularly known for directing the first Venom and the two Zombieland films, and of course starring Tom Holland. If you're going out this weekend to see this movie, you're seeing it for one of two reasons. The first being that you're a lover and a big fan of the video game franchise. The second, Tom Holland. I'll let you have a guess at which reason I went to see it for. As I said, this is one of the most popular video game franchises out there, with countless Game of the Year awards, so yeah, it's fair to say they're pretty beloved. So, does this movie live up to that high standard? Well, we're about to find out. As always, when I have these new movie reviews, they will be 110% spoiler-free, so you can proceed with confidence. Before I hop into the actual review itself, I just wanted to let you all know that I have an entire playlist dedicated to all of my new movie reviews. So be sure to check that out, and I guarantee you'll find something you like. And so, without further ado, let's hop right into things. So the first positive I am happy to address is Tom Holland. I actually thought he was pretty good in this. Yeah, there was a fair bit of backlash when he was first cast, and not, say, the fan favorite Nathan Fillion, but the studio justified it by saying that he was going to be playing a younger version of Nathan Drake. And while I don't think he portrayed that perfectly, I think he did a good enough job. His performance felt more so like a cross between his typical Peter Parker performance and him doing his best Nathan Drake impression. The supporting cast, consisting of Mark Wahlberg and Sophia Ali, were both excellent. I found them to be both extremely charismatic and charming, and above all else, they had fantastic chemistry with Tom Holland. I am very happy to report that there are lots of fun action and adventure antics in here. Most of the fight scenes were well shot and exciting, and I felt it did a really good job at capturing that sense of a big grand adventure. As you can see in the trailer, there are a few huge action set pieces in this, and they are pretty thrilling. Can the heavy-duty CGI at times pull you out of it? Yeah, of course it does feel super artificial, but they were lots of fun. I'm also pleasantly surprised that I'm including this in the positives, but I thought the villains were solid. Antonio Banderas is just great. In everything that he's in, the dude just has it, you know? He has such a phenomenal on-screen presence that makes him always so enjoyable to watch. And even though he's not in the movie as much as I would have liked him to be, whenever he is on screen, he is enjoyable to watch. But Tati Gabrielle as the other villain definitely steals the show. She's clever, cunning, and ruthless. And now we'll transition into the negatives for the movie. Firstly is that I'm sad to report that the writing overall is pretty lazy. It's got a really generic plot. The downtime in this movie slows things way down. The clues and puzzles that our heroes have to follow and solve are unbelievably easy, as they are constantly surrounded by endless conveniences and coincidences. And the only other really major negative that I have with this movie is that I feel they didn't really know what they wanted to do when adapting this popular video game franchise. In the beginning, they justified Tom Holland's casting by saying that he was playing a younger Nathan Drake, so in my mind that would be before the games, thus giving us an original story. But then they splice in elements and set pieces from all of the other games, and Tom Holland himself even said that it takes the most inspiration from the fourth and currently final game in the series. So that just doesn't really make that much sense to me. I would have preferred if they actually just tried to truthfully and honestly adapt one of the games and give it their best shot, but they really just kind of pull elements from each of them and not really directly follow the story of any one individual game. In the end, I was pleasantly surprised by just how much fun I had with Uncharted. I will admit I am not a huge fan of the games like so many others out there, so maybe I have a different perspective going in, and I'm giving a different perspective now. It's not perfect, like I said, pretty much all of the writing is really lazy, and I do have a general enough knowledge of the games to know that they really didn't do a good job at adapting it. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I surprisingly enjoyed myself. And so, with all that being said, I'm going to be giving Uncharted a 7 out of 10. So that is all for today's video, folks. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with my review. While you're at it, feel free to let me know what your thoughts were on Uncharted and what you would score it out of 10. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see more content, consider subscribing to my channel and ringing that little bell icon. That way you can be notified about all of my latest uploads. And as always, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. And that's a wrap. Hey you, yeah you, if you made it this far, just know I appreciate you, and while you're here, consider hitting that subscribe button.